welcome along and welcome back to our Seasons from Scratch Let's Play here on Felsbrunn. Today we need to start off with some work with our chickens. They're very low on food at the moment, so we're going to go and check them out. Then after that, I think we might go and have a look and see if we can get a contract done. There's several contracts available. So if we can pick one up and make a bit of money, that would be useful as well. And just so that we can keep things going. It is supposedly raining at the moment, but we seem to have a snow shower going on. So not quite sure what's happening there. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump in our little Mercedes here. And we're going to hook this up to a piece of equipment we picked up a little while ago. Between videos, we picked this up because it's a great little piece of kit for us to feed the chickens with. We've also added in manual attach now on here because that is quite a useful. Well, I'm really liking manual attach now. It's working quite well and makes that realistic side of things a little bit better. So we should be able to fill off here. We can buy wheat. So, wheat is not overly expensive, but we can fill this with it. And the beauty is that we then, 868 is not bad at all. Now, the other thing about this little bit is that we can use this as a scoop as well. So, we want to open this up. Should be able to open this up. Lift tailgate is X. There we go. There we are. And that then tips that into there, which will then feed our chickens. And I think this should cover them pretty much completely. What I think we might do today as well is maybe start building our yard up a little bit. We've got space to do it. We've got the amount of money to do it. So that's all good. So yeah, let's tip this out and then we'll start having a look at our yard. That's just about done at this point. So we'll see if we can scoop in this last little bit. Yeah, down to 5%. And one of the great things about this should be... Yeah, we can bring it down like this. And just turn it here. And we can use this like a bucket, I think. Off the ground. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, we can use this like a bucket. And it kind of adjusts to the ground as well. And so really great for cleaning up our chickens too. There we go. So we'll close the tailgate. There we are. And we'll level it off again. And that has given our chickens a full amount of food. So that is all good. So we're going to put this away now. Well, actually, we're going to leave this here and move out of the way. Now, one thing we also have added on here. So just park this here. So down with that. And then we'll get out and disconnect it. The other thing we have added here, of course, is we've added in the animal extension now, so we can see up here exactly how many chickens we got. We're only 26 chickens short of a full set, and as we're not actually breeding them at the moment, we can fill the rest up. So let's grab and make sure that we have a full 400 chickens in here, which won't take us very much. I don't think we're 5 short still. So there we go. From that, so we now have a full set of chickens in here. Those should produce eggs at a reasonable rate, especially if we can get this sorted, which of course is we need some water. So we should be able to, as part of seasons. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is we're not going to do it with the seasons one. We're going to do it with the animal extension. If we come around here, rather than buy ourselves a water thing, we can do this. £12 a day 3,100 to put a pipeline in. Yes, let's do that. Local plumber arrived at 6 AM to install the new tech farm fill system. So that will then do this. In the meantime, we are going to have to probably put some water in here. Otherwise, we're going to end up with some chickens who are not going to be happy. So it might be a very short-term lease on a water trailer, I think. In the meantime, so let's head around to the shop. We're going to borrow one of those and then head back around. So here we are at the shop. Let's just pop in here. I think it's under animals here. So to borrow the Aquatrans is not going to cost us much. I'm kind of intrigued to see if there's anything else, but no, there's no other tanker mods we've downloaded or have enabled at the moment. So this here is going to be 484. It's snowing inside the shed. And we're going to lease that. Yeah, we're going to use it for very long. Because we're going to have our water already set up. And we'll head over to the pond. The pond by field 29 there. That should allow us to fill up, I think. Trail up. I don't think we have any... No. If we can't fill... yeah, I think we can fill out the pond. I'm fairly sure we can fill out the pond. We're going to give it a try. It's one of those things which you always sort of question a little bit. We don't want to fill it too much. We only need to fill it a little bit in order to actually give our chickens enough to drink while their water is being installed. And if not, then we're going to have to look for another water source, which there must be one around somewhere. So back this down here. There we go. And it will refill. And it is free as well. So I don't have to worry about filling this up fully. It's not costing us any money to do it. And then we're just going to be able to go straight in and give the chickens some water for now until our new plumbing is. Now this is one of those things where I'm kind of going, oh, I wish I hadn't done the plumbing now. This trailer would have cost us less per day than the cost we're going to have from the plumbing for this new water system. So is it worth it? I'm not sure. And back down to our farm here. I'll just pull this alongside. Unload it. And wow, they've taken next to nothing. Yeah, I'm going to drop the trailer off here. Because we're not really going to be using it. And we should really return it. But it's not going to cost us much to keep it around. But we have got... Don't think we can cancel this installation, can we? No, we can't cancel this installation. So, yeah, we got that installed. But that's all right. It's one of those things I wanted to try out and test anyway. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to move our equipment out of the way. Because we're going to build our yard in here. I want to lay down the foundations for it first. So first things first, hook this up. Move this out of the way. And we'll just bring this up here. Looks like we've got a little bit of crop failure over this way. Yeah, we have. We've got a smidge of crop failure at the side of the field here. Because this field has germinated. I'm hoping it's going to be good. Temperature isn't cold enough to snow, so I don't know why we're getting this snow at the moment. So there we go, both our pieces of equipment have been moved, and we've got a nice big area. We're going to concentrate the farm mainly down this end. But yeah, nice big area we've got here. So let's start off by doing some landscaping. And as I said, we want to bring in, so we've got a dirt road that comes in here at the moment. I want to take it off here, across the front of here, and past here. And this is going to be our main area for our yard here. So we'll switch this over, and actually, pretty good straight off the bat. Nope, that isn't actually the one I want. That's the one I want. So we're going to come around here and we're going to push that just like that first. And bring our dirt track this way here. Like so. Now I want it to come out here a little bit so that it goes under that and then back in. Like so. So that, I think, is a pretty good start for this. And then what we want is this area here. This is all going to be, for now, is going to be dirt. So let's turn this round. And it's, yeah, a case of opening the yard up. So I'm going to bring this here and then just open the yard up like this. So we're going to go up as far as we can that way, and then the same this way, up towards the field, and just sort of we'll leave a border there like so. But yeah, this whole area here, we want to make this into dirt for now, so that it is completely able to be seen as to exactly what we can achieve. And we can then see exactly as well where we can place all of our stuff, and how much of this we can get rid of. We can actually get rid of most of this along here. Yeah, there we go. So this, at the moment, this is our yard. This is the space that we have to play with. We're a little bit, yeah, you got to getting into these areas to clean them up and give us a nice straight edge is a little bit of fun, but that's all good. And I am going to bring it up here. I'm actually going to lower the size of this and give myself just a little path down from my tent into the yard. Like so. So that there, this is now our yard area. This is where we're going to build this. I want at least a couple of sheds and things. We don't have to worry about refilling because we've got this that we can basically fill anything we want to off. But yeah, let's get our first shed into the mix. And the shed I really want, I think, is going to be this one. It's an open shed. It's a wooden shed, and it sits quite wide, so it's going to take up most of the space for our placeable, or for our placement. Actually, it's quite a big shed, so I want to have a look at the alternatives. So we've got open shed one here. That is an alternative, and would allow us to put stuff. Now we want to get it as much into this corner as possible, where we own the land. So that would go there. I then want to look at the possibility of another shed. So we've got these nice machine sheds here, and again, look at the size of that. So in order to really do this, we want some smaller sheds, really, which is quite a difficult thing to get hold of. These might be our best bet, which is actually, these are quite good. These are Alien Gyms, the drive-through shelters, and just standard shelter. So we could put the standard shelter in, or we could put a machine shed in. And I quite like the idea, actually, of putting the machine shed in. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. It's probably one of these nice large machine sheds along here. I think actually one of these nice large machine sheds is absolutely the way to go. So I'll leave that there like that. That will go right up to the corner. And we can fit all of our equipment into this at the moment. And we can get it really quite far back. Sort of there-ish it will work out. And again, these are not expensive. So, yeah, that fits in there really, really nicely. Like so. It's a little bit raised, so we will work that. But, yeah, that's a good-sized machine shed in there that will store all of our equipment for a good long while and allow us to work. So we'll reverse this up and get this into the shed before we go looking for another job, I think. So there we go. We have our equipment all in our shed. Now, one thing we haven't got, of course, here. We've got a nice big shed. We've got somewhere to store our stuff. We currently have nowhere to store crops. So this is what I've sort of kept this area here for. I want to add in a grain store, a silo of some description. Now, we have a few available to us. We've got this huge one here. We only have 42,000. So that actually rules out most of the stuff. And we're going to have to borrow some money, really, to put a silo of any type down, I think. It's 110,000 for this silo that holds 100,000. It's 120 for this one that holds 480. We don't need that much space at the moment. Whereas it's 59,000 for this stuff here. So I'm thinking we're going to go for something a little bit rustic and old. The nice thing about these, we've got these on the old farm countryside as well. The nice thing about these are these bits where we can store our front loader stuff as well. So I'm going to borrow a little bit of money. We don't have a huge amount left. Oof, we really don't have a huge amount left we can borrow. So we're going to borrow enough to take us up to that. So escape out of this. Buy this. And let's buy a silo. Yeah, it really is a case of we need to buy a silo that isn't going to cost us enough money. 59,000. Oh, we got to borrow a little bit more. There we go. And silo. Now we could just tip it inside. I'm going to go with this because it's a nice, clean, new version. We could just tip it in there. Now this is not going to fit. Oh, it is just going to fit in this space. We're going to have to alter our road ever so slightly. But yeah, it will fit in that space just. Although I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. That's not good placement. Now, there aren't many other places we can put it. We don't own this land, I don't think. Yeah, we don't own that land. So it's... oh, hang on. I have an idea. Let's turn it and butt it up against the back of here. Now, it's going to be a bit tight to get into here, I think. And yeah, we can't turn it around the other way. And we can't put it there. So yeah, we don't really have enough space for a silo at the moment. So I'm actually going to leave that at the moment. And we will tip into our shed at one end if we have to. But we are going to have to figure out where to put a silo at some point. Because at the moment we are severely lacking in space. So next thing I want to place really is a pressure washer. We need something to be able to wash our kit with. I think here is probably going to be a pretty good place to place it. We can't put anything at the end here because we don't want to block this wood off. And I quite like that there. So let's go into miscellaneous, get ourselves a pressure washer. And we can then just place this here at the end, nicely out the way. And that will then help us there. So that then is our pressure washer. Other thing we need, vehicle workshop. We can actually go round to the shop and do that. So I'm not worried about that at the moment. Water we're not worried about. Fuel tank would be quite useful. So similarly, I think our best place for that is going to be over here somewhere. Maybe here, if I can turn this around. Now, the thing, of course, is we do have that in the way. So we might have to move that. Or I could put it just here, actually. Would be quite a good use. We are going to have to, I think we're going to have to rework this bit. Maybe. I want to make sure it's somewhere out of the way. But this is going to take a whole load of grass out. Yeah, like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the grass back in as well. There we are. Can we go? We can go smaller with this. And then I want to go in with a little bit of concrete. Just around it. And then we can go and put the grass back in as well. Yeah, there we are. And then we want to get the mud back in too. Like that. And just clears things up, and we've got a little bit of a space there. So that is absolutely perfect. I'm really pleased with that. Now this is it's only £10,000 for our fill anywhere. So I'm considering moving it, to be honest. I think we can move that to somewhere where it is more useful. Maybe even closer to that. So what we're going to do is, in the garage, we are going to sell our multi-filling station. It will cost us a little bit, but there's that. We're going to have to borrow a bit of money again because we're back down. You can see they I actually quite like that. That's pretty cool. So now we've sold the multi-filling station, we can put in our refill point. So again, we've got to borrow a bit more money. We've got to go up to 71,000. We're now less than 50,000 left. But we do need to put in this silo, I think. So yeah, we'll put in this version of the silo. Turn it round. And actually, I wonder if we can put it here. Don't own this land, so we need to put it forward a bit. No. There. Come on. There is where we can put it. So we'll have to pull our road out a bit further. Or, as before, we can put it butted up against the end of our building here. Which is not bad. Oh, no, I've got a... Yeah, no, I've got a great idea. We'll be able to do a drive-through if we put it here. So we will still put it here. Don't own this land. We have to move it right forward to there. And what we'll do is we'll put it here. Like so. Like that. So really quite like that. And get this built. Like that. And then we'll work the land around it a bit. We can put our multi-filling station in here. But the beauty of this is with these doors through here, we can come through here and we can take these trees out, because these trees are on our land, and actually create a drive around the back here that then brings you into here, which I really, really like. So that's closed all those doors. And then we're going to bring our multi-filling station back in here. And we're going to put that between these two bits here. Like so. Which I think is a great place for it. Now I want to put it in the right place. So I think about there should be good. Yeah, happy with that. And now we just need to fix the roadway here coming in. So, start landscaping. We'll enlarge it. Ground type. Yeah, we'll pull this back. So that that's there like that. And then we'll just pull our road. Now it's going to have to come right out, I think. So we'll pull our road along the side of here. And then across there like that. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. And then we'll bring this out of here. Get rid of the grass in front of here, like so. And what I'm going to do is just have the grass come out of here. So it still acts, we still got the sort of this entrance way type of setup here. But I really quite like that. I think that works well. And then I'm going to put a bit of grass in behind here, because this area here is not used. So it would be a sort of a grass patch behind that, which is very cool. And then let's see if we can get, nope, wrong type. Oh, come on. No, keep going past it. There it is. Right. So then we can fill this in here. And in front of this here like that. Very cool. And just out a little bit there like that. And similarly, we'll then bring this out here like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. And then, yeah, and then I think what we'll do is we'll just extend this out a little bit as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to change the shape here, and we can then block this like so, just bringing it along for this first section here like that. Change that back, bring it down, and there, quite like that. That is fantastic. That's really awesome. So I like our long yard there. That will allow us to do a load of things that we want to do. Actually, I am going to take this all the way along here like so. There we are. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. Now I want a bit of this type of grass, just to sort of we can't go any smaller with this, unfortunately. Like that. And just add a little bit more character to it. Like so. And then if we go back to the dirt here. No. Yeah, we can then add a little more road in there like that. There we go. So that is that all done, and it's now 4 in the afternoon. Now, there is a mod, and I don't know if we have it. It might be under decoration. I want something to just mark off this back bit. We don't have anything to do it with at the moment. So I think we will. There are some bits here that we can use to sort of mark off the back of this as something that shouldn't be opened. But we're all good. Otherwise, I'm happy with that. That works well. We are nicely set up with our new yard, which is brilliant. It's really, really cool, and well worth spending a day in mid-spring for that. It's really got our farm now looking like a farm, which I really like, which is absolutely awesome. So we've got a nice set of eggs coming along here with our chickens. We're going to have the water installed later. We didn't really need to, but I want to see that in working. And of course, this is what the enhanced animal stuff does, is it means we have water for the chickens as well, which I think is a very important thing that we have done. But this is where I think we're going to leave it for today. There is not enough. There's not a lot for us to do on our farm otherwise. Oh, we will just smooth this out before we go. So let's just jump into here, do this, start landscaping. That does need smoothing out, otherwise that's going to cause us issues. So change that and enlarge that, and we'll just sort of smooth this out. As we come into here, there we go. And that should just mean that the whole thing is just not quite so horrible as it comes in. And I just want to replace the grass, because the grass can be a little bit finicky. So yeah, we'll replace the grass back here. Same here. Just replace the grass there. And then we need this one here. Just replace the bit on the end there. And some along the edge there. There we go. Perfect. So I'm happy with that. That's yeah, you can see that that's a much more gentle slope now up to there. And yeah, that is all good and done and dusted. We're set up. Our farm is of a go, and next time we can get back to doing some springtime work. We may even take a contract on. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.